Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we're going to do a general reading. We're going to use the Tree of Life Oracle with the Law of Attraction Tarot. Shall we crack on? Right, so first of all, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Jo. If you are a returning viewer, good to see you again. If you are a subscriber, much love to you. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's just get to it. Okay, so the first card out today is Temperance. Apologies for the really bad focus in this phone, honestly. Self-sufficiency, boldness, devotion. Also, art and temperance. Temperance is about brewing, energies transmuting, and I can't see it straight. Reconciliation also potentially, and a card came flying out, and that card is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, fortune, quest, abundance. So there could be some karmic energy coming in, some good luck, growth, expansion. Something fortuitous is on the move. Okay, let's hit the tarot. So the first card out, if I can get hold of one, I normally drop them, is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so it's a little bit like taking a leap of faith, but it's doing something a little bit outside your comfort zone, something new and exciting, and taking flight. Jumping off that, maybe small, but still jumping off that ridge. I won't say cliff, I'll say ridge. And getting going, starting something. You got the Nine of Cups. Okay, so there's some celebration here, some victory to be had. Even if it is literally sports, you might be winning a cup. It could be working with others, or there could be others involved, sort of, people pushing you up, helping you on your way. I'm just going to go deal with a wasp. Sorry, hold on. My neighbour was saying the other day that they've got a wasp nest out the back of their house. I had 2 last year, but they didn't come back this year, thankfully. So I'm used to dealing with wasps, but that's what it is. There's a wasp nest nearby. Anyway, let's crack on. We've got the King of Cups. Okay, so it's reaching that pinnacle, reaching that knowledge of whatever the new journey is, whatever this is that's coming in, or whatever it is that you've been working on. Self-sufficiency, maybe something you've been working on, some sort of devotion, but taking that leap of faith towards it. Maybe it's a hobby or something you've been doing for a while. You've got the skills. It's just taking that step towards having it make you money, maybe. Because there's this fortune that wants to come in. Ooh, some abundance that wants to come in. Well, there's 2 cards. We've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, let me pop them down there. So the Knight of Swords is, something maybe you feel quite passionately about, but also quite guarded about it. Maybe you feel like you have to protect yourself in some way. Hopefully you're not kind of pushing away the energy, being offensive. It's okay to be defensive. We all quite often have to stand up for ourselves and place blockages and boundaries and things, depending on the situation. Don't be quite so rigid. That would be my only piece of advice there. And then we've got the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands is about putting in some hard work. In this deck, using hand whisk to churn anything is a feat unto itself, but in this deck that is about putting in some hard work. You feel like you have to protect the hard work you've been doing. Why do you feel like that? Why maybe you need to share this with people. Acknowledge the assistance I'm not saying that someone's done I'm not saying anyone's put in any more work than you, but acknowledge the help that you were given. As small as that might be, or as large as that may be. We've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is that abundance coming in. It's you having sent out the empty ship, the empty cargo ship at the beginning of the suit. Although I actually don't think the Ace of Wands is that, but I'm just saying you've sent out that ship. And now you get the abundance coming in. You know, it's coming back fully laden. And again, there's other people here. So don't be afraid or ashamed to admit that you've had help. And certainly, you know, thank people. A little bit of gratitude will, you know, maybe give a presentation thanking people. If this is a work thing, maybe you need to be teaching people, you know, your success. There will obviously be some bits that you're going to need to keep back, but I would certainly, you know, teach your success to people. Show them how to do it. The Six of Swords in this deck is about taking that leap. As you can see, you know, you'll be caught by the universe, okay? I don't like looking at that card in too much of a negative way. It kind of speaks for itself, but it's about allowing, again, this assistance to catch you, to help you. Why are you not... Are you acknowledging... Oh, I'm dropping cards again. Interesting. Are you acknowledging the assistance? I don't know. Are you not? You got the Fool, okay? This new journey, this leap of faith, this stepping off into the unknown, but going for it. So there's 3 cards now that has this sort of new beginning energy, 2 specifically, but taking that step even though you might not know what lies beyond. But what does lie beyond is actually some real abundance, some good fortune, and even maybe some self-sufficiency. You know, maybe you'll end up, you know, with your own little croft or your own little farm or your own little homestead or something like that. That's what comes to mind when I see self-sufficiency. But it could just be having, you know, enough money that and enough material things that you don't rely on anyone else. It could be a new business that you're starting, you know, with the information that you know. Maybe you could start a consulting firm, or, you know, write down and sell the course online. Wow. Well, let me know what you're up to in the comments. You got the Queen of Cups. So yeah, there's something about a new thing. Okay, so it could be a child if that's your thing, if that's in your future or what you want. It could be literally a new child. Otherwise, it's growing something. You know, it's nurturing something. It's birthing something. It's taking care of the seed so that it can grow into a fully formed plant, idea. I don't know. Use the word, whatever word fits right for you. So there's a couple of cards here. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Now the 8 of Pentacles is essentially kind of ignoring the outside world, which I don't think is what the message is. I don't think you should be putting up these boundaries. Protect what you need to protect, but don't set boundaries. Don't build walls. Oh, terrible. I don't even know what that is. Sorry. Yeah, so there's this kind of element of there's people around you that might have an answer to some of your questions. Turn around and ask the questions. People who understand things and know things that maybe you don't. That's very much the theme of this message. Is you'll do it on your own, no problem about it. There's this, but just acknowledge other people, you know, and allow other people to help you where and when, because that's when the good fortune comes in with the King of Pentacles. There's your, you know, abundance, the fortune. There's your quest. Yeah, starting that new journey, being bold. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could be extremely knowledgeable. That's not the right word. Extreme, like your knowledge could lead to it being very financially rewarding. I'm going to bring it up so you can see he's sat in front of this vault, which is full of dollar. Do you know what I mean? Like the Hierophant. I can't. Duralex, Sedlex. I don't speak Latin, but it's basically like the law is harsh, but it's the law. So yeah, I would stick with your boundaries and make them quite clear and only give up the information that you want to give up. But I just feel like there's this sense, I mean, it could be a contract. It could be something, you know, making methodical steps towards something. What are you doing? Pop it in the comments down below, because sometimes it's really hard to gauge exactly what the thing is, but there is something you've been working on, something you've been putting the time and effort into that you could really capitalise on, monetize. That's, I don't know how you pronounce that word, monetize. You can make some money off of it. You've got the High Priestess, okay? Signs, synchronicities. There could be something being hidden from you. Intuition might be useful here. You've also got divine counterparts. There might just be something not quite clear to you just yet on what the next step is, maybe. But I think that's where you have to, excuse me, ask for some help. I'm sorry, I'm knocking the table. That's probably where, you know, asking someone older than you, someone with more experience, someone with more knowledge, ask them what the next step will be, or could be. And then that's when that stability comes in. That these buildings, you know, talk about Latin, ancient Greeks, ancient Rome, all those, especially European, more so than, you know, Australian or American, just purely because they don't have that history that we have. But that's solid foundation, that solid building that's still standing thousands of years later. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's that longevity here. And the last card, the Devil. Yeah, be careful. There's something here that is, I don't know where to put him, that is just not, that you're holding yourself back in some way. You're not acknowledging people's help. You're not asking for people's help. You're being a little bit too defensive. Please, just, you know, I'm not having a go. I'm just pointing it out. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to leave it there. Say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. But yeah, open up a little bit more. Bye.